What's up, guys? How are we doing today? My name is Alex Porter. I am the Big Green Egg rep here for Dizzy Pig. Thrilled to be here today. Big shout out to the Dizzy Pig team for having me. Unfortunately, Chris will not be joining us today. It is going to be me. My name is Alex Porter. Looking forward to be here and really telling you about my interactions with Big Green Egg, showing you some new products and answering some of your questions. So we wish Chris the best of times as he heads out to Hawaii today, and we will enjoy our time here in Manassas, Virginia. So that being said, want to kind of start off by giving you a little bit of a history on the egg, and then we'll kind of get into some of these questions that we have here. So Big Green Egg's been around since 1974, started in Atlanta, Georgia by Ed Fisher. Ed Fisher started the business as part of the developing of his bringing products over from Japan and China, where he became familiar with the Kamado style grill. So the Kamado style grill got to Atlanta in 1974, where Ed started making them. Big Green Egg was originally a smoker, but quickly developed into a smoker, roaster, grilling, and baking, giving you the ability to do the run of the gamut from 200 to 1,000 degrees. So this thing really will do all your cooking needs. There's a reason we call it the ultimate cooking experience. So with that being said, I'd love to get started answering some of your questions. We had some come through over Dizzy Pig social media platforms over the past few days. So I'm going to get kind of answering a few of those, and then we'll kind of work in some things in between. Don't hesitate if you have any questions to comment below, and Autumn will forward your questions to me, and we'll get those answered for you. So the very first question we had was, what are some of your new or 5 favorite new Big Green Egg accessories? And I'm going to work in some of my old favorites here as well, because I don't want to just favor the new stuff. But everything I'm going to show here today is available right here at Dizzy Pig, and they can get you hooked up on it because it's some great stuff. So thank you so much to Andy Mailhot at MailhotA14, who wrote in this question via Instagram. Great question. So I'm going to show you right here my favorite accessory we have out right now, and this is called the Egg Expander. So the Egg Expander is made for the large and the extra large, and the Egg Expander is displayed right here in my egg. So in this egg, we have the Egg Expander set up for indirect on the right side, direct cooking on the left side, and I have my top here to do heating of any sort. It's going to be half direct and half indirect as well. Really great thing about this product is all the different areas or ways that you can build it and put it together. So what I'm about to do is show you the different ways that we can use this product to best utilize in our backyards and do some great home cooking. So as you can see, this top will slide back for me very simply. Slide forward and back, and it catches. And you can see it catches because it has these little hooks on it right there, so it will catch as it goes backwards. So if I forget to shut that and shut my egg, well, it's going to push back for me too. So, and the whole audience says, ooh, ah. There you go. So it slides forward. So that gives us a way so it's not going to be in the way. What this will also do is allow you to lift out all your components in one of my favorite features of it. So as you can see, to have indirect and direct in here, I'm inserting a half moon baking stone in the bottom with a half moon cast iron grid on your right side, a half moon stainless steel grid above your pizza stone for convection. So this will allow me to do a reverse sear. I believe that was a question from somebody from Facebook, tips on cooking a caveman steak. So in order to do caveman style, I always reverse sear my steak. So I make sure to do it indirect, and then I'm going to finish in charcoal. So to do a caveman in this, we would actually remove this piece. I would start my steak indirect here until it reached an internal temperature of 110, 115 degrees, and then I would finish it down here on the other side in my charcoal. So caveman style, which I did not do a good job of describing, caveman style is cooking directly on the charcoal. So this gives us the ability, with a thicker cut of meat, we can't cook it directly on the charcoal right away. The reason for that is it would be rare in the middle and well done on the outside. So we have to cook it to the temperature that we want to achieve, and then we will achieve our searing on the outside. So I'll go back to kind of building this and showing you the pieces, parts of it. It will allow you, so our 5-piece egg expander kit will come with 5 pieces to it, and I will show you those 5 pieces right now.
Jim, by the way, asked, what's the easiest way to replace a gasket?
Jim, a great question. The easiest way to replace a gasket is going to be with a 5-in-1 tool that you can get at your local hardware store. You are going to scrape off your old gasket, and in order to put on a new gasket, you are going to want to make sure you have all your residue removed. The best way to remove your residue is combining, the name is escaping me, and I'll answer that in just 1 second. It's water and acetone. Excuse me, acetone and water mix, and you will use that to remove your old felt, and then you will replace it with the new one. We have those right here at Dizzy Pig, and we'd love to get you one today. Get that egg back up and running. So this is our 5-piece expander kit. A lot of questions a lot of the times are, what are the 5 pieces? So let me go ahead and show you those. Piece 1, this is my top rack. Piece 2, this gives me the ability to stack up off a current existing grate, or the ability to grow my expander as well. These two sold together is sold right here at Dizzy Pig as a 2-piece expander set. This as a whole is a 5-piece expander set. So here's the 2-piece. My 3rd piece and my 4th piece are 2 half-moon stainless steel grids. This gives you the ability to do the half on the bottom and half on top, giving you multi-levels of cooking. And then my 5th and final piece, which is the piece that makes the magic happen, is my Convector Basket. So my Convector Basket right here houses a convector very well. So what it does is it creates forgive me there. So what it creates is the ability to lift our grate with our convector in one solid motion. So instead of having to pull out the pit mitts and grab a hot piece of ceramic that's 500-600 degrees to do that reverse sear that we were talking about, this gives you the ability to pull it all out and go right down into that charcoal, which is very awesome. So you'll see what this also will do is, a lot of the time as big green egg users, you know, when we're grilling, we will be cooking down here below the felt line. And it can be difficult to get in there with your spatula, your tongs, whatever you're trying to get down in there with. Well, this gives us the ability to raise up that grid and actually be cooking at felt height. So, as you can see, with the convector or without the convector, this can still be used and actually raise up our grate to the felt line, which creates a more even cooking surface and just overall general benefit to the egg. So that's when I will add back on my top pieces here to create the 5-piece expander housing the large convector in our large egg here. So this is one of my favorite accessories. I'm going to show you a few more here. One right on the top of this egg, and this is a must-see for you, is our new regulator. So our new regulator is available in all sizes now, just released in the Minimax, the small and the medium. The benefit of this is your cooking and your storage cap now. So this cap will give you the ability to cook and store this thing in the rain, No questions asked, no issue. You will start to see this cap coming standard issue on eggs as we move closer to 2020. As we sit right now in store here at Dizzy Pig, any extra large egg that you buy will start coming with this lid. It does give us 53% larger air opening on the top, which gives us the potential for more heat, but it's also giving us the potential for more consistency. On our Daisy wheel, we had you had two variances. You had the swinging open, and then you had the daisy effect. This brings it all down to one thing. So if you cook a pork butt perfect and you remembered exactly where you left it, there will be no variables to have to remember on this thing. Very simple. But you might be asking yourself, what do I do if I'm cooking in the rain? Rain goes right down in there. Well, it doesn't anymore because we have the rain cap. The rain cap offers the ability to have cooking in the rain, and there is a seam under this rain cap, which, back to 7th grade science class and capillary action, water sticks to things. So rather than sticking to this edge as it rolls around and just dripping down in there anyway, it's actually going to break off the top lip and break down our egg. So this is a great to anybody that is a barbecue addict and just can't stop from barbecuing even if it's raining outside. One thing I wanted to show you while we still have that Convector in there is a absolutely winner of a product. They are our new disposable drip pans. So our new disposable drip pans, and they come in packs of 5, made for all of our sizes of eggs. This is the large right here. What this gives you the ability to do is two things. A, lots of people like cooking over water, cooking over moisture when cooking barbecue. The egg is great at retaining moisture. You don't need to retain that moisture, but if it's a personal preference and you would like to add moisture, great pan. But my personal favorite is this thing does a great job at keeping my Convector clean. So when I cook a big pork butt or I cook beef ribs, instead of having that beef rib melt all over my Convector and make that thing gross, this allows me to keep it clean. So it is going to go right down on top of our Convector. These are safe for any grilling, smoking, roasting, and baking up to about 450 degrees. You might ask yourself, well, you don't need a drip pan at those higher temperatures. Yes, the answer is you don't, but I'm telling you from mistakes and learning. I had one down in there accidentally when I made pizza, and it will burn. So use them for your low and slows. They do great for that and really do a great job at keeping your egg clean. So right now in this egg, you can see this is an old egg that's been rode hard and put away wet, but has won many competitions here for Chris at Dizzy Pig. And this thing is outfitted with the new stuff right now. We've got the regulator and the new rain cap on top. We've got the 5-piece expander kit for the large on the inside, outfitted with our drip tray. So this thing is ready to do some wings. That kind of brings me to my next question of what's my favorite thing to cook using products here at Dizzy Pig. And I just said wings. Wings are hands down it. I love the Tsunami Spin on some wings. It's won Chris a lot of competitions, but it's also won me a lot of barbecues. I've been using this stuff ever since I've met the folks up here, and it really will do some great wings. I do not like, when I cook my wings, I like a crispy wing as possible, so I will never sauce a wing until it is done or coming off the grill. Saucing before will only lead to a rubbery or chewy wing because that skin will not be allowed to crisp up. So I will use a lot of the time one of my 4 Big Green Egg barbecue sauces here. My personal favorite is the Kansas City Sweet. Does a great chicken wing. A lot of people will push towards the Vidalia onion with sriracha. It's got a great kick, but not being too spicy. So I want to show you a few more things that are kind of some of my favorites as we move along. So this right here is, I told you I like wings, but a close second is a good ribeye roast. And a good ribeye roast does well in our roast and rib rack. So you can see this rack right here is made of multiple purposes. So it's going to do a great roast there. We have drip pans as well in the store here at Dizzy Pig that you can roast a whole roast over this and use your drippings to make sure that you're making a great gravy. But you can also flip this same rack over and make yourself some great ribs. So this will actually allow you to fit up to 8 racks of ribs on this large egg here. So a common question and I get, and this is not something that you guys wrote in about, but something I'd like to address, is what size egg is right for me? What I always ask a customer when they're looking for an egg is, who is at home? Who are we cooking for on a daily basis? So when we ask the customer who's at home and who are we cooking for on a daily basis, it allows us to learn the customer's habits, allows us to learn what the customer likes to cook. So I'm going to show you, or excuse me, I forgot where I was going there. The right size egg, excuse me. So I was a only child growing up, and I was only child growing up. My best friend was one of 6. So we both had a large egg at our house growing up, so it will fit that 3 to 8 feeding on a normal night. A lot of the times, though, you will have people that say, I love entertaining on the weekends. I love entertaining for my church group, my friends, my family. We always will like to push you towards an XL at that point. What the XL will allow you to do is entertain for the masses. But if you have a large at home and you ask yourself, well, I wish I had a little bit more space, we have an answer for that now. So that is where your expander comes into play, giving you the more space on the egg and giving you the ability to grow the people that you invite over to cook out on your egg. Rather than just cooking for the 3 to 8 now, let's have a party with 50 people over and show off the different levels of our egg. Give me the ability to do 8 racks of ribs. So I don't think I have too much more for you. If you have any questions that have been submitted or anything while we've been going on, I don't think we have, but I appreciate Dizzy Pig having me today. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and represent them, and would love to do it again. So hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for stopping in with us today at Dizzy Pig. My name's Alex. Have a great day.